not the kind of creature that you would normally look at. And then not only that, they had the audacity to cry, holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. They did it with such finesse, with such power, that the posts of the doors moved. We have had a powerful choir this week thus far. They've done some singing, and I've been looking for those seraphims. But God bless them for the anointing. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Wouldn't it be an amazing experience? In one of these moments, there was a breakthrough in this service, either here or now or whenever before we close. And we see something other than the wonderful seating, the carpet, other than the choir so dressed up and singing with the glory of God. Men of God in their regalia. But wouldn't it be wonderful if the house could be filled with his glory? Next door to you, the glory of the God that you serve is seen. In front of you, his glory is seen. Behind you, above you. It's like that old lady who got happy every time the preacher got up to preach. No matter who he was, where he came from. And somebody said to the mother, "Mother, why you happy no matter who's preaching?" She said, "Child, what you don't understand. It doesn't matter who's preaching, but sometimes I see Jesus in him. Other time I see Jesus above him. Sometimes I see Jesus around him. Sometimes I see Jesus under him. But I always, it's important. We've come here to this convocation. Oh, forget about what you brought from home and forget about these things. We've come to see. You gonna help me out there? We've come to see. And as we come to see Jesus, we're looking for an encounter that will bring personal affirmation that has taken place, that will shape our religious personal realities. And so did it happen with Isaiah. For years, he didn't encounter God at worship. At the temple, he had visitation of 6-winged seraphim who sounded the alarm, holy, holy, holy. Startling it was. But there was a godly purpose to this event, and it was irresistible. He didn't stumble upon it, nor was the event as an alternative choice, but it was God's opportunity to speak to him. Oh, when we get through dancing, when we get through singing, when we get through with our proclamation of the word, wouldn't it be wonderful if we knew of a surely that God has spoken to me, and therefore I'm going home another way. In Isaiah's call, it was a spiritual exposure that challenged him to the acclamation of his spiritual principles. He knew what real sanctification meant, but he didn't live holy. Then he had his encounter. This scene in the temple marked the end of an empty years of service. He had been serving but empty, singing but empty, ministering but empty. But he had an encounter with God, and that encounter brought substance. He declared it happened in the year King Uzziah died. Can you remember when you had an encounter with the Lord? It might have been on a Sunday morning. No doubt it happened on a Monday night. Might have happened at a Tuesday morning prayer meeting, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or even Saturday. But what's important, if you can look back when a transformation took place in your life. And if you can't remember, maybe you never had it. But there's something when God moves in. No wonder somebody said, Jesus, I'll never forget what you've done for me.